Okay, so you see, in life, we probably may have to face up with some decisions like whether we should do surgery, whether we should not do surgery. Okay, there's no right, there's no wrong. Sometimes you need surgery, you may have to do surgeries, and personally, if I can avoid surgery, I would. Okay, simply because once you start cutting, you cut nerves, you don't just cut the muscles. Yes, muscles grow back, nerves do grow back, but sometimes when severe, it takes a long time too. And if you cut at the important parts, okay, I know according to TCM, if you cut the main, it cut across the main tumai, it's quite disruptive lah, I would say. Okay, so now a little bit about myself. Okay, I love the sun. Okay, I love the sun. I play golf quite a bit. Okay, and in the past 20 something to 30 years, the only cream that I put on my face, camouflage cream. Okay, I don't really take care of my appearance, so this is the kind of look that I have. Okay, this what I call the healthy brown look. Okay, however, ever since using X39 and Alavida, okay, you can see my face that has transformed from very dull patches all over with freckles and a lot of pigmentation, and you can see that the changes over those months. All right, so this is me lah. Okay, right. Then I had this decision: knee replacement or not. All right, now if you look at the picture on the right of the screen, okay, you can actually see my x-rays. Okay, I did MRI, but MRI I won't show because they're all very, very small down here. But I did this in 2005. That means I was about 46 years old then. Okay, at 46 years old already, the doctor tell me for your knee, you already meet the criteria to do knee replacement. But then I will not replace for you, because if I replace for you at 40 something, 60, when you're 60 something, you got to come back and do a replacement, another replacement of the replacement. Okay, because at that time the surgery, the knee replacement could only last for about 20 years. All right, so that's why he decided not to. Now, how come I at such young age, 40 something, already need knee replacement? Because most people would need theirs around 60, 60 up. So this is why lah. Okay, because I used to play hockey. I used to play hockey, and until the early 2000. So during that, all these years that I've been playing hockey at competitive level, it is taking its toll on my knees. All right, and also, okay, I was also in the military, so I do parachute jumping. I run in boots. I walk long distances with full pack and all this. So it also took its toll on my knee. Okay, now, so I have been waiting until I turned 60 to make that decision, right? So this year I am 60 years old, right? But last year, thank goodness, I was introduced to LifeWave. I was introduced to X39. So I actually use X39. So after using it for about 3 weeks, I realized that when I walk, I still continue to do my walk and my jog at that time, but very, very slow. Every time I jog, let's say I were to go for an hour walk, by the time I come back, my knees will be swollen, okay, and I have to rest about 3-4 days before I can do another walk, okay. But this time when I start using X39, I actually went walking and it never gave me problem. The next day, the day after, also no problem. So I realized that, hey, maybe it's helping. So I started running even. I run first day, on the third week, I run 1 day. Nothing happened, right? I was so happy. So the next day, I went running again. Again, it didn't swell up. Everything was normal. I was like, wow, this patch is really wonderful, right? On the third day, I decided that, okay, I want to push myself and see what happened. I pushed myself. I actually ran at a rate, okay, that is more than jogging. It's about 7 minutes plus per kilometer. That's, at my age, is considered pushing already. I was like very amazed that it didn't swell up. There was no pain at all. So I told myself, wow, I indeed can avoid this knee replacement surgery. I was so happy. Okay, so well, we have another example. Let me show you another example of someone. She has been using walking stick for 3 years, and with less than 1 month of X39 and Aeon, this is what happened. Okay, so if the sound is too loud, you can turn off, because there's a lot of ambient sound. Okay, so this lady, okay, 59 years old, she's been using walking stick for 3 years. All right, and this was the very first time 3 months ago, we saw her walking with less than 1 month of X39 and Aeon. All right. So other than, so now, however, sometimes surgery cannot be avoided when we have accident, when we have issues that really cannot be avoided. Then what do we do? Okay, so the next person that I'm going to introduce to share with us about her surgery, okay, and what happened post surgery. Okay, the next person that I'm going to introduce will be Deanne. Deanne, can you unmute yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Deanne. Yes. So I carry on? Socks?
Yes, please. Okay, so
Okay.
Deanne, I heard that you had to go through surgery. Can you talk to us a little bit about your surgery? Why was it necessary? And then what happened?
Okay, yes, I'm actually not so lucky as Socks. To know live wave before she decided to do her surgery or not. So I only met Socks after my second surgery on my knee. But never too late. So I thank the universe to send Socks to me so that I can have a very good recovery for my second surgery. So same as Socks, I'm also ex-army personnel, and I do run a lot. I do marathon and all these things. I do airborne jumping. Same thing, I run, my knee will swell up. I also time for kneecap replacement, but the doctor said actually I'm too young lah. Then I was too young. I was age of 47 then. So 48 I did my first kneecap surgery. Actually, it's not kneecap surgery. It's a bone alignment because my bone is misaligned. So what the doctor did is to cut my femur, then put the metal and screw to realign my kneecap. Yeah, I think that's the photo.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah. So prior to decided
Yeah.
for the kneecap replacement,
Hang on.
actually doctor gave me a lot of other methods before they want to cut my bone. So I did a PRP, it's a pellet rich plasma injection. I did a gel injection and all these things. So all this injection doesn't last very long. So probably like half a year later, I got to go for injection again and again. I just want to share also my arm also went for surgery. So the doctor actually injects steroid on my shoulder. So all these are not very, very helpful. So yeah, so when the knee surgery is not prevented, so no choice, I went for knee surgery. Just my knee. Those on the left is my before my kneecap kneecap surgery. You see my knee actually is bent. So after my surgery, plate was implant. So on the right photo is after my right knee is aligned, but my left knee is still not aligned. So you can see the curvature of my left knee. So next photo.
So if you so then if let's say you were to let's say if you don't do this surgery, what will eventually happen to you?
Doctors say that my knee will have a lock knee. My knee is not knee. So the old people sometimes they have a bow-legged, right? But mine is a lock knee.
So yours is opposite.
Like, penguin, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it may get worse and worse lah. Is that
Correct.
what? Okay.
Correct. So my cartilage actually is already worn out badly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm supposed to
So on the photo on the left, that's my right knee surgery. So when I met socks, I started to use the X39. So my right knee, without using X39, you can see the scar actually quite thick because the keloids was formed then. And the scarring was quite scary. So this is a photo, the one on the 5th December is a photo of me using the X39 for a year. And yes, you see my scar actually have lightened with the X39. And that's my left knee. The other is left knee. Luckily, I met socks. The keloids is starting to form, but by using the X39, the keloids, it prevents the keloids from even grow even bigger. So it stopped there.
Wow.
So they see a lightening of the scar. And the recovery time then for my right knee, it took me about 1.5 years to be able to do a slow jog. But with the X39 and X49, with my strengthening with X49, the recovery was way faster than my right knee that was done in 2020. Yeah, so my left knee surgery was done in 2022. Yeah.
Wow. So other than the recovery, what other benefits did you get from using LifeWave products?
Yeah, of course, the face, you look younger. Yes. So my friends say I actually look younger. My eye bag and my dark eye circle last time is like both eyes gonna box one or cup. Very chalat. So actually my dark eye ring has improved a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now let's look at the combined effect of the both knees. Wow.
Yeah, after 1 year of
Okay,
Using
so
live
those who are listening, if you find that this is impressive, the recovery, especially from what I'm seeing here, especially the right knee that has got big scar before and now it has lightened so much. Those who find that this is amazing, type 111 so that we can give some encouragement to the end. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me stop sharing first. And check. Oh wow. Okay. A lot of people are very happy for you. A lot of people are very happy for you. Okay. Now let me take this opportunity to sort out my view. Sort by gallery. Okay. Yes. All right. Let me now share screen again. Okay. So thank you, Deanne, for sharing. Okay. Later, if you all have questions, you all can keep your questions so that you can ask. Sal. Okay. All right. So you see, based on what you all see earlier, a scar that has actually been around for, an ugly scar that has been around for more than 1.5 years, okay, can actually really recover so well. Yeah. So even you have ugly scar, don't fret. Really, post-surgery, you can still handle those scars with our live wave patches. Okay. All right. Let's share screen again. Oh, wait. Multiple participants can share at the same time. Let me see. One participant can share at the same time. Okay, now let me share again. I don't seem to be able to share now. That means I don't seem to be able to share screen now. Sorry for the technical glitch. Okay. All right. Let me see. I want to share screen. Okay. All right. So let's bring on Sal. Yeah. Okay, so Sal, okay, big issue. Broke tibia, fibula, talus, and torn ligaments. So let me hand over to Sal. Okay, see, sometimes really life not so lucky not so fortunate that you can totally avoid surgery. If you kena accident, sometimes surgery you need to go through. Okay. Let me get Sal to come on board and introduce herself. Can you all hear?
Oh, did I mute? Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, okay. Sorry, I muted earlier on. So I'm Sal. I like socks and DN. I am also quite active in life. I do a lot of yoga. I do cycling, swimming, quite a bit of jogging as well, but not as intense as them. So on a typical day, I would spend about 2 hours in yoga studio, and maybe if I have the energy, I'll do a 1 hour spinning class. But on I think it was like 22nd or 23rd of August this year, I I slipped and I fell quite badly. So I broke both my bones on one leg and cracked a section of my ankle as well. In it, I snapped a few ligaments, as well as broke some other little obviously it kind of broke quite a fair bit of things. But long story short,
wait. Sorry. Sorry. No
problem.
My mistake. Okay, let me stop share. And I know
Yeah.
I need to stop share first. Wait. Wait. Okay. Let's okay, sorry. Here, sorry. All right.
Yeah.
Can still see? Can still see
No.
the screen?
No.
Cannot see the screen, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, let me get back here and wait. Share screen. Okay. Can see?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
So, if you guys can take a look at the photo on the left of the screen, right? It was when I broke my leg, and you could see the whole foot was kind of deformed. It was almost the whole foot was snapped off the leg itself, and I had to do a surgery almost immediately to reconstruct the bones as well as the ligaments. So on 24th of August, after the surgery, that was one day after the surgery, the foot was almost like an elephant leg. And I was obviously in great pain. I think, and anyone who has gone through a surgery would have experienced that when all the anesthesia has worn off, right? But if you could see the rightmost photo, where at 7:35, which is 1 hour later after patching 2 pieces of AON and 1 glutathione, you could see that the blood circulation kind of like came back into that foot. The skin color was a little bit brighter, and then the swelling sort of like kind of like went off almost quite immediately. And this is only 1 hour of patching of AONs and glutathiones. At this point, I have already been on X39 for about 6 months. I started earlier this year, or almost 8 months. Okay, I think we go to the next slide.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
shall we take a short breather? This is like a 1 minute clip of my first 5 weeks of recovery, and it's quite a short one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Sarah is she's put together her recovery from day 1 to week 5. Let's take a look. Look at her scar.
So during the entire recovery, right, I was quite diligent in patching, as well as doing all sorts of other exercises that just to strengthen my other limbs in supporting this in this whole recovery exercise. So this is on week 5 of my recovery, and I could actually take off my my crutches and be on the air boot itself. It's quite I think the patches did make quite a lot of changes or improvements to the entire surgery recovery efforts.
Yeah. So Sal, when did you start like so-called exercising or doing physio on that foot since the surgery?
I think I started as early as week maybe week 3 when I took off the bandages. Yeah, but when I started wearing the air boot almost immediately after the surgery, so I didn't have the conventional cast on, so I could remove the air boot, but I couldn't remove the bandages at the start of it. About 3 weeks after the surgery, when the stitches were removed and all, right, my foot was actually quite deformed. I was only my flexibility. I mean, if you could look at every one of you, if you look at your foot, right, your foot could bend more than 90 degrees if you look at it when you are standing on the floor. But mine was like I could barely hit like 120 degrees of the ankle flexibility.
Yeah, considering the points of fracture and also the ligament torns. I would imagine that it would have been quite limited your range in the beginning. All right. Okay. Then let's look at the next one. Okay.
So the next one is week 7 weeks after my the fall, and this is my recovery.
You see, she already can show you that she has already put aside her crutches and that supporting the robot boot already. Okay. Let's
can just have a look. What was that? So I think this was something that I thought was quite.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Can.
So actually throughout the whole recovery, right, I had a few I was using quite a number of patches, primarily because the different patches actually works on different parts of the body, and some were specific to the nerve, some were specific to the bone growth, and then some were specific to the muscle growth. So I think it's only when you go through such a hard but can we have somebody's phone mic off, because it's quite distant. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Right.
So it was a little bit, I would say it was, if without the patches, right, I'm pretty sure I would not have recovered within 7 weeks and be walking again without crutches and without any help, right? I think this is the second time I broke on the same foot. The last time I broke my foot, right, that was 15 years ago on this same leg, right? I took 3.5 months to get to where I am today. But at 7 weeks, right, and I could ditch my crutches, ditch my air boot and all, and I could start walking and live independently again. I think I do accredit that to both my surgeon and his team, as well as I think the range of products that LifeWave has offered us. I think it makes the whole recovery a lot easier and a lot faster. Yeah.
So what did you use for which specific product for what?
I mean, I'm very hiao. I use a lot of things. So I actually use carnosine, I use Aeon for pain management. For carnosine, it was nerve recovery and ligaments. And I use X39 paired with X49 for bones and muscle recovery. And then on top of that, I'm using adalah because I had keloids on my scar. So adalah actually helps in the skin recovery. So that was like, on average, on any one day, right, I was like patching maybe at least 5 to 6 patches on my one single foot. Some days I had a little bit more because the pain was a lot worse and I had to add on ice wave on the same leg as well. And that's on top of Aeons that I was using. So it was like a whole range of products that I was trying to, that I had to put on my one foot during the whole, at least the first 5 weeks of my recovery. Yeah.
So no wonder the recovery is so fast, and I mean it's so significant and it's so fast, you know. So I understand that in the very beginning you tried putting like Aeon, carnosine, and glutathione all at one time, and then you felt it was like huge traffic, huge highway, you know, moving.
It was you could actually feel the energy movement in within the injured area. So there was just too much movement. It was excruciating. So I had to remove 1 or 2 patches just so that it's manageable and I can breathe, you know, with all the pain and all. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So you see, I just wanted to say that yes, the patches will do its work. However, you also want to be sensible, you know, if it's something that you yourself find you cannot take it, don't be gung-ho, go patch so many things all at one time, and then say, ayo, cannot work, then and say, ayo, too much, you know. I think it's really about sensible using.
And it's at the end of the day, it's at the user's discretion. You need to know if it works, it doesn't work, or it doesn't work, or the effects is not what you are expecting, or you have not had the enough patience to wait through the effects to take its full benefits.
And if you want to tambah, you also must be prepared to you know sit through it, to go through all the activities that's going on inside your body, you know, because once you open the highway, it will go on. It doesn't, you know, you cannot say, okay, I open already, then I want tarik back, I want put toe booth there, you know. We really got to be sensible okay. And then as long as you can take it, go ahead. You know, but if your body, I mean, if you can, your pain threshold or your discomfort threshold is not there, then, you know, buy and buy lah. Don't be so gung-ho lah.
And I just want to add on one thing, right? If you think that, actually I'm not young, I am 50 this year. So my recovery by and large, right, should have been much lower than if I compare myself to my last round of injury.
12 years ago.
15 years ago. And you know, it doesn't make like sense that, you know, 15 years later my recovery is actually much faster than 15 years the last round. So I attribute it to Livewave's product. It's really it's really something that helps in the general wellness, and then and for the lack of a better word, it's really an anti-aging product.
Reverse aging even.
It's reverse aging.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's look at the final product and how the whole, I remember seeing the video, the centipede long scars, and let's see what happened to that. Okay. Ta-da! Isn't it amazing? Those who agree that it is amazing, type 111. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, compared to the the centipede, millipede, the scars, then this is amazing. Okay, all right. So now the thing is, it is not just about surgery. The product actually helps in other ways. All right. So let's bring on our next guest, Diane, okay, to share her journey. Hey, Diane.
Hi, can you hear me?
Sure, can.
Okay. Hi, I'm Diane. Hi. Yeah. Actually, I joined LiveWave as a member since 2021 December. Beginning, I didn't really use very consistently until 3 months later when Jing Long first came to Singapore to do some sharing BOP, and I attended after his sharing. Then I realized I decided I want to be seriously doing it diligently. Yeah, because before that I just have that idea that oh, this is like anti-aging, can make the skin more smoother, less wrinkles and all this. So of course, being 爱美, yeah, so I definitely will jump in and try lah. But then after listening to Jing Long's talk, right, then I realized it's much more than that. Yeah, it's not just only reverse aging, but it also works internally on cellular level and repairs genes and cells. So I'm different from the past few sharers whereby they have all the bones issues. For me, it's not bones issue, it's more skin issue and sleep issue. So for the sleep issue, I have been like not able to sleep well for many years. So so many years until in 2018, I think around there, it starts to get worse. I start to have migraine, and I have this very low energy fatigue in the day, then have brain fog. And to the extent that sometimes when I drive, right, I cannot focus well. It's like I have a split second of suddenly kind of like
Blank.
on driving. So I know it's quite dangerous.
Dangerous, yo.
Yes. And at that point of time, I started to have panic attack and sweaty palms. Panic attack got some symptoms like chest tightness, heart palpitations, even in the night, especially in the night. So yeah, then I have to kind of like start to go and see a psychiatrist to get sleeping pill, to get Xanax to deal with my anxiety attack. And then the doctor also says that like kind of diagnosed that I have some mild depression. So I also took the antidepressant medication. Yeah. So that was before I started to use LiveWave. And then I think because over so many years, right, I have not been sleeping well. So it kind of like affects my whole health system, my immunity. So I started to get also this skin rash issue. It's called follicular eczema. So so this is a picture of how follicular eczema looks like. Eczema is a kind of eczema allergy, So it's an inflammation caused by bacteria. And the doctor says it's generated from within my own body. It's not like, I get the virus from somewhere else, someone else, So it's an allergy. Like, so in the TCM.
Would you say that it is stress related? Did the doctor say?
Yes, it's also part of stress related. TCM, I also went to see the TCM. They say that it's my immune system is overreactive. So actually, yeah, when people say, oh, you have very strong immune system, actually is, it should be at balance, not over and or not under, Yeah, so balance of immune system is important. So yeah, so this is a photo. So you see, so when I started to have this, it started from the thigh, where all the hair gland, the hair gland area is, and then it spreads to the lower thigh and then to my eyelids. So I keep rubbing my eyes. And then
Wow.
whenever I put on my contact lens and I rub, right, sometimes my contact lens just, came off, in the middle of nowhere, So, and then it itch a lot, especially on the hot days and especially at night. So I keep, rubbing against the bed, with my arms and legs and things like that. So with sleep issue and with this, it's really, to me, it's really very stressful lah. Yeah, so it affects my mood as well. So it grows more and more until, those old ones dries up and then my skin turns rough and the new one grows out again. So I went to see doctor, of course, and then the doctor gave me steroid injection, add in the antibiotics, and then gave me antihistamine. So this happens, once I get the injection, of course, after a few days it clears up. Yeah. But then it's relying on steroids. So it happens like 2 to 3 rounds over a few months. And by the third time, right, I told myself I don't want to go back to see the doctor anymore because it's still steroid and I don't want to rely on steroid. So I switched to supplements. So when I was introduced with these supplements, right, I took like 30 pills a day. Yeah, no joke, 30 pills, 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, 10 at night. And then over 30 days. And after 30 days, it's not 30 days, it's 3 months. 3 months. Okay. So 3 months later, it slowly subsided. So, okay, I was quite happy. At least I don't have to go for the steroid injection, right? But then few months later, it came back again. So I have to increase my dosage on the supplements again. So it kind of like happened over a period of time.
Like a cycle.
Yes. So this thing, the doctor says it will come and go for the rest of my life. So it's like, okay, I got to surrender to it and keep taking all these supplements until when I was introduced live wave patches. Yeah. So right after I use the live wave patches, the first two months, I just can only see that my energy changes. Yeah, it gets better. But I think that compared to my 30 years old, my energy level now is better. It's even better. Yeah, because actually I don't really go, I'm not a very active person. Yeah, so I only started going to gym like at the age of 40, that was 10 years ago. And then by then I was already having all these sleep issues and all. So whenever I go to gym, right, when I do something more intensive, a little bit more intensive, I start to look pale. I've got a gym coach lah, so he will look at my, observe me. So when I look pale, right, he will kind of like ask me to slow down or skip some of the exercises. Yeah. So now even my coach also thinks that my performance has improved. Yeah. So it's like I can take higher resistance. I can, and hardly can see me turn pale. Yeah. So no more migraines. For the past 1 year, I have not felt any migraines that comes back. Yeah.
What about sleep?
Sleep. Okay. I have to say that I don't really sleep through the whole night every day, but there are some nights I get better sleep. The difference is in the day, where I know I'm more alert, more focused, driving no problem, and then I have no anxiety attack for at least many months. I can't remember, maybe 8 to 9 months or even a year.
So you're off Xanax, I suppose?
I'm off all the medications.
Well done.
Yeah. So I'm quite happy with these results already. So you can actually go to the next slides and see how I look. Yeah. So actually this is the changes over more than a year. I mean, some people will say, oh, you will see results in a few days, in a few weeks, right? But sometimes it may take months or even a year to see different results. So this is like, over a year from beginning last year, April, right? You can see that I look a bit haggard. I tired, dull. My skin tone is very dull, right? You look at my eyes, that is a bit, how do I say? 没有神啊. Yeah. Can you see socks? Yeah. So 1 year later, okay, my skin tone turns better. And now I think I look at least more radiant than 1 year before. Yeah. So at least for the eczema, right? Okay, how I clear up my eczema was, I think about December last year or January this year, I had my last eczema flare up. You know, the folliculitis, the bumps comes up again. That was already when I started patching for a few months. It still come back. I don't know why, but I did this CRP, cellular regeneration protocol. I don't know how many people know about this. Yeah, it's a 15-day span, and then using multiple patches. There is certain specific positions that you patch for, you know, every different patches for 15 days. To me, it's like doing a detox, but it's regenerating the cell. So I did that. After I complete the 15 days of CRP, these rashes were subsided without me taking any medication or going for, you know, even supplements. I just stay as the lowest dosage. I didn't go up on my dosage of supplements. I mean, I do still take a bit of supplements, but not as much as before already. Yeah.
Ooh.
So since January until now, I have not had my eczema
Flare up at all.
flare up at all.
Well done.
So,
Well
yeah.
done. Well, I mean, the thing is, you know, because our body needs to be balanced. Okay, so whenever you know, you're using we never know there's in the shampoo that we use, the whatever that we use probably have some chemicals, and then it is still there, you know, the low grade irritant that is giving us all this stimulant to make it flare up lah. So the thing is, as long as we are consistent, you know, we are consistent with our patching, I think, you know, while we, you know, we are not medical people, we are also, you know, we don't claim that it can cure a lot of things, but based on our own personal experiences, we know that it has helped many of us, right? Okay, so thank you so much to Diane for your sharing. Later on, Diane, if people ask about the CRP, maybe you can get ready to post it on the chat. Okay. All right. So lastly, we want to invite Alicia to come and share. Alicia.
Hello, socks.
She's a very new brand partner. I think maybe only used for 6 weeks, if I'm not wrong, correct?
About 2
6 to 7 weeks thereabouts lah. Okay, and then I really, when I hear her story, I was like, wow, you know, for so many years she's been struggling with this one thing, and in 6 weeks, she can see results for herself, right? Okay, so I hand over to Alicia. Over to you.
Hello. Hey, good evening, everyone and guests. Yes, actually, I want to share weight loss, 减肥。Yeah, I speak Mandarin 啊，
很好。
我从大学时期开始就开始减肥了。如果你听过什么 keto diet 啦，还是intermittent fasting 啦，还有什么什么的那种代餐减肥啊，还有HIIT 的 exercise 啊，我还曾经试过5天减肥法，全天吃肉、吃菜、吃水果、吃蛋，还有 liquid 5天。可是你猜我减了多少？1公斤都没有减到。如果你们有像我这样子的经验，有试过很多我以上说的那个减肥法的话，请你打111。 有人吗？呀、有人跟我一样也是有试过这些方法，但是其实 Live Wave 是我第二个觉得有效的方法。第一个你知道是什么吗？失恋 ，heartbroken 失恋。我那时候瘦了多少公斤啊？But if you like every day you cry,哭，连吃饭都不吃，然后每天就是想死，你这样的生活你要吗？我不要，对不对？没有人会想要这样子的减肥方法。So 我是2个月前一个朋友介绍我，因为我去年工作压力太大，我半年我胖了10公斤，I gained weight 10 kg within 6 months. Because of the work stress. And then my visceral fat is like 15. If you all know about a little bit, know about like diet or weight loss, visceral fat 叫脂肪，内脏脂肪，就是包着那个 organ 的脂肪是15哎。
Okay,
我是
so
全
and Lisa, 你可以
Yes.
Can you give me some time to help to translate the part? Okay, so
yeah, sure.
so in short, for friends who cannot understand Chinese, let me do it a very brief translation. So basically, Alyssa has been trying to cut her fat, or slim down ever since she finished her university studies. So all sorts of diets that you can name it, she's tried it. She's tried keto diet. She's tried days where she goes on very specific meals like only eat meat and fruits and vegetables. She had also gone on crash diets, etc. And she has not lost weight at all. Okay? Yeah? Like?
Okay. So, talking about the visceral fat, my visceral fat is 15, which is very, very high because as a common normal people, it shouldn't exceed 10. Yeah. So for me, it's also cost my sleep as well. My heart rate will go down to less than 40 for more than 10 minutes. So my iWatch will remind me. So I was shocked. And then it's happened like few times already. Then I know there is a thought that I really need to 减肥啦. Then I happen to know actually at the same time I happen to know 2 products, which one is Live Wave, another one is the biscuit that type of 减肥的 method. But I give it a try because that diet is also have to control what you need to eat, and then after 4:30 you cannot eat everything. Actually, I'm a foodie. 我喜欢吃东西吧。然后 the batches is very, very easy to use. You just have to bring along. You no need to go to bring your the shake or whatever, and then you just a small tiny pack, then you patch on your body. It's 这么轻松，这么容易的减肥方法，这是我试过这么多的减肥方法里面最容易。
So basically she's saying is the simplest way to keep the weight down. Okay. It just bring patches around. You don't have to bring protein shake, etc. Or care very much. Count calories or count whatever that you're eating.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, shall we show them, Anissa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
never mind. What? No, don't care. Say lah. Picture paints 1,000 words. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's take a look. All right. Elisa, I mean, you guys can see, right, from 31st October, which is less than 1 month ago, right? Yeah, it's about a month ago. This was how she looked like, okay? And then she tracked her progress until 25th November. And I'm sure if today she were to take a picture, it will look even different. Right.
Yeah,
so
today totally body fat lah. We say body fat. I lose 4 kg of body fat. The weight is not as much, but the body fat. So you see my tummy, 我的肚囊, 我的
look at her
butterfly
tummy.
arm, and my double chin. Yeah,
That's right.
you can tell.
Okay. Yeah, and then you see also her bum. You know, there's this very clear line between her waistline and her bum. Whereas now you see how he has gone down. Okay. And I think the important thing is, of course, you want to look good lah, but more importantly is for health, because as she has explained, her visceral fat is at 15, where normal people is about 10. Right. It is beyond healthy already. Yeah. So
Now
this
it's
is really,
12.
yeah. All right, man.
12
okay.
now.
All right. Okay. Next picture. Yeah. Let me see. There. Look. Elisa, I can see some red on your stomach. Are those like where your skin is sensitive?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of rashes.
A little bit of sensitive lah.
But not every point.
I see, because it's your body is also detoxing. That's why it's coming out in terms that look like rashes. But then actually, if you see towards the end, the 25th November, the redness also has gone off already. Yeah. Okay. Cool. See. Yeah.
And one more thing I want to share. Although that I'm using these patches for weight loss, but I found that that day I chit chat with my friends, I found that my sinus every day morning, actually I have sinus. When I wake up, I will hachi. It's gone. It's like I didn't notice. Then until my friend said, then I said, it's already gone. So yeah, thank the patches. It's not only weight loss.
Good point. Good point. You see, a lot of us, there are a lot of people who use the patches for one specific purpose, right? Then when they didn't see that specific purpose happening, okay, they say, the patch don't work. Actually, if you really look at your overall health, okay, the patches, because your body is so smart, that the patches will the effect of the patches will go to the part of your body that needs the repair first. So you may want to grow hair, I don't want my hair to become black, but imagine you want your white hair to become black, and it didn't happen, but then you clear your sinus, you actually breathe better, you sleep better, you have you don't have acid reflux anymore. But these are actually the work that the patches are doing, but you're just not looking at your overall health. So what I want to encourage everybody is just really look at your overall health and decide for yourself. Okay. We have questions for Anissa. What patches you use for slimming? Second person asked already. So what patches do you use for losing the fat?
I use 5 patches: X39, SP6, Aeon, glutathione, and energy enhance.
Can you tell people can you tell where do you do the patches? Where do you patch what?
Okay. In the chest, below the chest, I patch Aeon. And then there is, okay, you can see on your tummy, the button 肚脐啊，肚脐. So chest 上面是 X39, and then left hand side 3 fingers. You measure through 3 fingers, and then SP6, and then the right side is glutathione, and then the bottom is X39, and then energy enhances at the chest here.
Okay. All right. So this is where. Hang on. So can you hear? Lifan, can we have you mute yourself? Yeah. Wait, I need to mute. Okay. All right. Okay, so now good. We have all in the question. Okay, somebody asked, do you use it all in the daytime?
Yeah, daytime only.
Only
12
daytime. Okay.
No.
So let me repeat. So basically, I use my cursor easier. So here she put Aeon, correct?
Yes.
And then here glutathione. Here SP6. Here X39. And then energy enhancer.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Lung one here. Okay. So remember, left side is brown. Right side is white. Okay. Now we have gone to the question. Okay, so we have questions on what patches you use. Earlier questions on carnosine. I think you've already got your answers already. Let me see what other questions we have. Okay, somebody asked, how is X39 different from Aeon? Is it good for cognitive health? Any testimonial for this? Okay, so the difference between X39 and Aeon. So Aeon actually is half is it? You're still there, right? Okay, so half. Aeon actually helps us to regulate our autonomic nervous system. Okay, so the purpose of Aeon actually there are several purposes. One, reduce inflammation, reduce stress. Okay, and this is where it actually helps with our autonomic nervous system. So when we go into sympathetic in the sympathetic mode is when let's say you have deadline, you have deadline to finish you have work stress and whatever stress, children stress, or this, your nervous system is on high alert. Okay, that's where your nervous system will be on high sympathetic. Now, in order for you to go back down and calm down, okay, you require to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. And just like what Diane said, the doctor told her that for everybody needs our system to be in proper balance. Okay, so once something is higher than the other, you're not in proper balance, your internal system also will go out of whack. Okay, so therefore, when you use Aeon, okay, it is actually to help you balance your parasympathetic nervous system such that you are in a good balance, such that the organs that are supposed to be doing its function is able to do its function well. Okay, so that is the reason for using Aeon. Now, whereas X39, X39 helps to elevate GHK peptide. The GHK peptide is actually a signaling peptide for our stem cells to regenerate. Whenever your cells receive this signaling peptide, it will have your stem cell wake up. Okay, if it's been inactive, it will wake up. Okay, and regenerate itself. Therefore, there is the difference between X39 and AON. I hope I answer your question. Now, is it good for cognitive health? Generally for cognitive health, we know that carnosine is actually very good. Okay, because cognitive health is what is got to do with the cells in your brain, right? And for carnosine, it's actually very good for activating, okay, the reproduction of carnosine. That is good for your brain. Okay, chess. Okay, any other questions? Can do slimming protocol while doing CRP? Well, I would imagine that you want to do, when you do CRP, there are many patches, okay? There are a total of 4 patches in the day and 3 patches at night. You're already using a mixed protocol of all these already. I will imagine that you want to finish your CRP, because it takes anyway 5-day cycles. So if you do three cycles of it, that will take 15 days. You may not want to do the slimming protocol. You keep it for after the CRP. That's how I would use it lah. No right, no wrong. It's just preference. Yeah. Will our body get immune with all patches? Okay. The thing is, these patches has got no medication. Okay, so it is not so much whether your body will get immune or not, because each patch is for a different function. Number 1. Okay. Number 2, the recommendation is for every patch, you should only use 12 on, 12 off. Means 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Okay. When you use 12 hours on, 12 hours off, this is where your body gets to so-called rest. Okay. And therefore, your body will not get immune to it. You understand? Yeah. So use the patches for its function, and also always remember 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Okay. Can share the CRP protocol. Thanks. Okay. Diane, do you have it? Okay. Yes, Diane will be sharing with you. Okay. So now it's 9:41 already. If there's no more last question, after Diane shares the CRP protocol, unless anybody who has last minute, any burning questions that you